It's hard to believe now, but when the Sega Saturn launched 25 years ago, Sonic and Tails were nowhere to be found. In their place was a virtual free-for-all of original IPs, all vying for the same slice of the platforming pie, including such classics as Clockwork Knight, Astal, and the game series that we're going to talk about today, Bug. While it may not have been as fast or familiar as the Blue Hedgehog, this 32-bit platformer did offer something unique by throwing you into a world that was both 2D and 3D. What's more, it gave us a Hollywood-themed narrative that is somehow even more baffling today than it was a quarter century ago. Turn back now if you don't want to know what happens next, because today we're going to spoil the stories and endings for both Bug and Bug 2 on the Sega Saturn. This is Game Over, the early years.
EHX. The bugs are listening.
Here's the first thing you need to know about Bug. He's an actor. That's right, Bug is Hollywood's first bug thespian, and the 2 games in the franchise chart his rise to superstardom. He's been cast in a movie called, you guessed it, Bug, that is all about a giant spider named Queen Cadavra kidnapping our hero's family and taking them to the far reaches of the world. It's up to the actor to travel from set to set, defeating the bad guys and tracking down that evil queen. Look, the truth is, the movie's story is largely insignificant. That's the problem you end up running into with this kind of meta conceit. The real story we're interested in is the one about Bug becoming a famous actor, not what happens in some generic movie he's starring in. Because of that, I'm afraid there really isn't much to say about what happens in Bug. We see him chase after Queen Cadavra through the forests of Insectica, the desert of Reptilia, the swamp of Splot, the underwater world of Quaria, and the snowy mountains of Burbs. We finally catch up with the kidnappers in Arachnia, a nightmarish world that seems to be right next to an erupting volcano. Bug avoids the queen's deadly firepower and bounces on her when she's least expecting it. We finally back her up on the ledge, and this is what happens next, both for the actor and the movie character.
Snappy photo, boys. Well, fellas, I brought you here because I got news. Big news! I'm a bug of action. I make action films, and you are my action stars. I signed you up for a 6-flick deal, which will be shot and completed today! What? Well, time's a-wasting, boys. Better get off to the limo. Action!
Well, would you look at that? Bug's first movie was so popular that the studio decided to sign him to a 6-picture deal. You know, just like back in the golden age of Hollywood. The only problem is that our hero and his friends have to shoot all these movies today, one right after another. Guys, I don't know if you've ever had to make a movie before, but that's not enough time. You would normally need to study lines and maybe even get into character. I mean, unless you're Adam Sandler. You know, I bet Adam Sandler could make 6 movies in an afternoon. That seems like something he could do. Anyway, the point is that the movie stories in Bug 2 somehow matter even less than the original game. So, instead of walking you through a bunch of stages that have no bearing on the ending, I'm gonna go ahead and toss to a supercut of each movie's intro cinema. Oh, and be on the lookout for some fun insect-related puns as they parody movies like Evil Dead 2, Lawrence of Arabia, Waterworld, and even Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Here's how Bug's afternoon goes.
I take it this would be the haunted set?
Bug juice, boys! Behold, the 8th wonder of Hollywood! 2, my little gladiators! That would be a Roger. Roger? Now entering Space Set!
Sal, Bye-bye.
You'll never work in this town again! Love you, Mommy.
That's the way.
Puppies?
I like it.
Call my palimony lawyer.
New concept. Water, big budget. We're talking Dennis Grasshopper here, boys.
Alright, so now the Bug has battled his way through 6 different movies. I want you to go ahead and forget about all of it. I'm serious, none of it matters. All you need to know is that our hero successfully completed his 6-picture deal and acted in every single film. Sure, it was exhausting, but at least he proved that it could be done. And with all 6 movies in the can, I think it's time for me to finally say, here is what happens next.
you are, big fella. Come on over. Sit down, sit down. Can I get you anything? Bottled water? Arugula? Decaf frappa cappuccino? No? Okay, well, let's get to it. Here's my problem, big guy. I've had my people read through the scripts you sent me, and you know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing anything that says
Bug!
Oh, they say bug, but that's a bug my fans have already seen. Take,
Exterminator!
you know, the one with that cybernetic whatever thingy guy from the future who travels back in time to...
Spray for insects.
Sure, it's fast-paced, exciting, but it isn't exactly a stretch for me. I do this.
I do this.
I do this. I do the cute little walk. I spit on the robot. Save the world, get the ladybug, yada yada, the crowd goes wild. Oh, I can do that all right. Hey, I'm a professional interactive actor. Just point me and move me. But isn't there a little more to bug than that? Isn't there a little sophistication?
My name is Buck. James Buck.
How about a Mission Insectable type story? I've got a smile as good as that Top Gun guy. Cheese! Historical drama, sweetheart? Hello? Where's me bug heart? Freedom! Mills' butt's got nothing on mine. How about it, big guy? I need to grow. I need to stretch. My name is Forrest Bug. People call me Forrest Bug. Run, Bug, run! Maybe what I really want is to direct. And...
Action!
Or maybe I just want to improve my golf game. Now get out of here, Boobala. Make it happen for me. Love you, babe. Of course, I'm just saying that. I don't really love you. I like you all right, but love is just a score in a tennis game. Whoops. Maybe I should take up tennis. Can you send over a personal trainer? Hey, what's Sly doing these days? Adrian! Oh well, call me. We'll have lunch. Tuesday at Morton's? Love you, like you, babe.
Ta-da!
You know, this is one of those times where I'm cringing at all the bad movie parodies, but I desperately want him to keep going. I mean, how can you make the Forrest Gump joke and then just not slide right in to Pulp Fiction? Come on! So many of the references are easy and obvious, with none of them being especially funny. Or I don't know, maybe it's just Bug's delivery I don't like. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm just not a fan of his performance, and I fail to see what everybody else loves about him. I mean, he seems to win an Oscar at the end of the first game, so I guess he's doing something right. But guys, I don't see it. Was it just like a really bad year for movies or something? That has to be the reason, right? Look, bad jokes and crummy delivery aside, I still can't get over the disconnect between the story and what you do in the rest of the game. You can seriously fall asleep for hours while playing the game and not miss a single important thing. And the frustrating part is that it didn't need to be this way. There would have been so many very easy ways to link what was happening in the movie to what was happening in Bug's personal life. Just off the top of my head, just go with me here. Perhaps he has to deal with a rival actor, or maybe an asshole director. Or maybe he finds himself addicted to drugs and then gets fired in the middle of filming. All of these ideas would have opened up fun storytelling avenues, both on-screen and off. But alas, the developers sadly did not go in that direction. The endings just ultimately feel disconnected from the rest of the game, which is why our hero is basically forced to go into a 3-minute comedy routine, complete with bad movie parodies. And maybe that's why I'm ultimately not all that sad to see the Bug franchise end too. I gotta say, this Sega series was mishandled right from the start. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Game Over, the early years. If you liked what you saw here, then you should know that we post new episodes almost every Monday. Now here's the question I have for you. What is your favorite Sega Saturn game? Oh man, there's so many to choose from. So I'm super excited to see your picks in the comments below. In other news, we'll be back tomorrow with a review of Bartlow's Dread Machine, followed by my take on When the Past Was Around. Oh boy, there's a lot coming at you this week, so I strongly recommend you click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.